Hello, everyone. This is Neil. I also work as an Apple Search Ad Advisor at searchas.com, and which is actually an efficient platform for most of the user acquisitions like you to run your campaigns in a more efficient way. And we're trying to show you the ways to create optimizations. And I really hope that you have enjoyed our first session with my colleague Irmak, where we covered how to build a well-structured campaign. And in this session, we were going to focus on how do we find well-performing or high-performing keywords to fulfill those campaigns. And we are going to focus on how App Store optimization can be leveraged to discover those high-performing keywords to support Apple Search Ads. So now I will quickly give a brief agenda on what we're going to cover today. We're going to focus on what is Apple's App Store optimization. I will quickly give a definition of what it is, and I will try to explain the comparison with Apple Search Ads as well. Next, we will going to talk about how do we find high-performing keywords with ASO to support Apple Search Ads, and vice versa. We're going to be seeing use cases on how do we find keywords with Apple Search Ads to support ASO as well. And then we're going to talk about the engagement of ASO and Apple Search Ads, the combined version of these two. And then lastly, we will be trying to answer the main question here: why should we use ASO and Apple Search Ads together? So let's start with the what is App Store optimization. As you know, App Store is one of the greatest application platform where the competition among the competitors is very tough. And it's been proven that the users who are making searches through App Store have a tendency to download the top ranked apps. Therefore, this is the place where App Store optimization jumps in. This is really summarizes why is it so important to be ranked high, because the highest rank is catching. This is what that catches the user's attention actually. So ASO is a really important tool for any advertiser that helps their apps to be ranked higher, which has a tendency to bring higher installs, which could later turn on to higher conversion rates. There are surely many other factors that are affecting the app's ranking. However, the most important ones are the selecting the right and related keywords to use through App Store optimization. In a more rephrased sense, we use App Store optimization to get most out of an App Store organic traffic with the metadata and other factors. And by metadata, what do we mean? We mean the title, the keywords that are used in titles, subtitles, descriptions, and visuals and creative sets also. So you can actually manipulate your keywords. You can choose them, the right keywords for your metadata and correspond to the user's search terms. And then you will have a high probability to rank organically when compared to your competitors. On the other hand, when we move on to Apple Search Ads, as you all know, it functions as a paid channel, where the paid channel with the auction system. So what's an auction system? Basically, you're giving a specific amount of like bid amount for a particular keyword that you would like to be appear for the top rank in the App Store when a user types that particular keyword. And while doing this, of course, it doesn't make sense to bid all of the keywords. You need to find the most relevant and right keywords and give the highest bid. Of course, when giving the highest bid, we're not talking about like giving super high bids or like very low bids. It's all about finding the sweet spot of those bids. And this is what we actually managed to do with searchas.com. We are creating automation rules to find the optimal bid amounts for the keywords, because for someone who's starting new to Apple Search Ads may not have an idea which amount of bid they should give for a particular keyword. And when I talk about relevant and right keywords, what do I mean? I basically mean that you need to be able to select the keywords that are directly related with your app and that has high search scores, chance scores with your app. These search and chance scores and many other metrics are also determined, are also available in our mobile action tool as well, which Ayşenur will cover. How do we find those search scores or high search scores, or what do we decide as low in the next section? So I think it will be much more clear in that sense. And also, regardless of these points, it's also important to give the optimal bid amount, like I just described. It's all about finding the sweet spot for those keywords. The right match type is also important. We covered this in our previous session. And while placing those keywords at the related campaign and ad groups comes as the next step to make the management more efficient. So you can win the auction and appear at the top ranking app at the Apple App Store search page. But this time you will be paying, where on the other hand, App Store optimization part, you are ranking organically, so you're not paying anything actually.